You know those situations where you're caught on the sideline in a tight space and you want to get out? Yep, me too. So today I'm gonna share 5 skills that you can use to get out of a tight spot, at least if you do it with enough conviction. The first skill is something we can call the super official step over Tappy 3000. The name's not important though. The important thing is that you create that space. And if you have the defender in front of you, you can do that by stepping over the ball with the leg in which direction you want to go. So I want to go that direction, I step over the ball with this leg from the outside. Then I use the inside of the other foot to tap the ball forward, and then I bring the step over leg back and push the ball away with the outside of the foot. Now hopefully this means that once you do the step over, you're gonna trick the defender to put all his body weight on this foot, meaning that hopefully the tappy motion can be quick enough to create a meter of space for you to do something clever with the ball. So, zack zack. And you know guys, creating that space is what we're after here. And thankfully you can also do that with this move called the Croqueta Deluxe. Chef's kiss.
Yeah, boy.
Anyways, what you're essentially trying to do here is to bait the defender to stick out his leg so you can croqueta around him and laugh all the way to the bank. And you can do that by tapping the ball with the inside of your foot while dropping your shoulder. And that's important. Dropping your shoulder to get him to stick out a foot, and then you basically croqueta around him. And it can be a little bit tricky to do at speed the first time. So you can break it up and focus on getting the tap, then taking a step, and then do the croqueta. And do that until you feel confident with it, and then you can basically do it at a high speed. Now guys, the third skill is one of my favorites to watch, and it's actually something Jolter has taught you in an earlier video. And it's called the double step over, which is great because you get to wrong foot the defender not once, but twice for maximum devastation and humiliation. Now the trick here is to basically make them believe that you're making a body feint on the first step over, and then you want them to commit because they think that you're gonna take a touch going back in that direction. However, you're not gonna take a touch. You're gonna do another step over, twist your body, sell the move, and then make a little tap back to the original direction to laugh all the way out of the move. But guys, the key here is to sell the second step over. You want the defender to put as much weight as possible on this foot as you do the second step over. And you can do that by making the first step over. When you make the second one, you twist your entire body and your head to really make them believe that you are going that direction. However, this means that once they're caught, whoop, little tap with the outside and you're gone. So at speed, it looks like this. Yes, see ya. You can also whip out the roll back flick, which is basically where you're trying to trick the defender into sticking his or her foot out so you can flick the ball over them and look like a flicking boss. That was terrible. But anyways, this is only a good idea to do if there's a bit of space in behind the defender trying to close you down. So what you do here is to try and bait them into sticking out the foot by doing a little series of sole drag backs. And once they do stick out their foot, you do a slightly more powerful drag back, and then you flick the ball up and forward with the very toe off your foot. Now the key here is to nail down that lift. It's basically just pointing your very toes a little bit upwards. So maybe start to drag the ball, flick the ball up, standing still. And once you feel you have that, you can combine it and chain it with that series of little drag backs and basically be ready to roast the defender if you're ever stuck in the corner. So this trick is flicking awesome. I did it again. Oh, that was terrible. Please. And then we have one of the oldest tricks in the book, the fake shot soul roll. Now this is basically all about conviction. So you need to make the defender think that they have to block a shot or a cross. If you don't get them to do that, it's unlikely that this trick will work. So here, you really have to sell the move. Basically, you come in, you take a touch to either side, and then you have to drop both your shoulder and your hips and really put some energy into the motion as if you were indeed going to make a shot or a cross. But then, just before you hit the ball, you can either roll the ball out to the side with the sole for extra style points, or quite simply just take a touch away. That's all up to you, as long as you promise me that you sell the move. Otherwise, it's not gonna work. So come in, out to the side, whoop, away. So there you have it, my friends, 5 examples of skills that work pretty well if you're caught in tight spaces. But just remember to only use them as a last resort if all your other options are unavailable, because after all these skills, they are quite risky. However, they will also add a nice element of surprise if you are all of a sudden caught and need to pull something clever out of the bag. But guys, what do you want us to teach you next? Let us know in the comment section right down below. And then go grab your new boots for the new season via our website right over there. But not, of course, before you made sure that you've subscribed to the channel with the notifications on. And then once you've geared up, why not go continue improving as a footballer in the playlist right down there. With those words, I'll be signing off. Cheerio.